Hello and welcome to your astrological vibrations for Sunday, December 11th, 2016 by Gaia Blooming. I'm Mimi, and our energy mantra for today is feeling myself brings the power of alchemy. And today, this is what we want to tune into, is the feelings, because we have some dynamic energies connecting today. And these connections can be really worked through with the power of feelings. So we have the sun today building connection through the day to Uranus and Chiron. Both Uranus and Chiron are at 20 degrees. The sun will trine Uranus and square Chiron. So we've got this really helpful, easy partnership, although Uranus is not necessarily easy for all of us. And then we have the square, which shows us some of that resistance. However, I think where we may find the resistance and the breakthrough is in allowing ourselves to feel, in allowing ourselves to be nurtured. Now, what is interesting in this connection with Uranus is that Ceres is hanging out right there with Uranus. Ceres is an asteroid, or some call it even a dwarf planet. Ceres represents the mother instinct. And it's not just about your mother. This is about how you can be a mother to others or even to yourself. And being that it is in Aries, we're working with this Uranus energy, which wants you to emit your unique vibrations. This is really, to me, focusing on you nurturing, mothering yourself, showing up for yourself, showing up to be both the teacher and the student for whatever these new energies that are wanting to come in for you at this time. There's actually a really strong feminine energy kind of riding through the astro right now. And speaking of feminine energy, one of the cards that I got is actually the goddess card from the sacred symbols. So I'm really feeling the call of this feminine energy, the call to be present with the feelings, with the sacred flame within, with nurturing yourself, with showing up in your particular flow. And that's coming with Ceres energy, and it's coming as Mars is working with Pallas in Aquarius. And Pallas can work with the areas where maybe we've shut down the feminine due to patriarchal structure in our world, patriarchal expectations in our world, patriarchal vibrations that we as the feminine empaths may tune into and absorb and start following. But this is a call back to your unique flow, letting go of that other way and into your personal vibrational place. And we do this through nurturing and getting into your feelings. So the healing aspect of it, the sun square Chiron, I think that's just as important. Chiron may show us where some of these wounds around the feminine, around the flow, around our personal unity, masculine, feminine, yin, yang, within, energy may be coming up. So pay attention, and pay attention to whatever beliefs or truths that you may hold around this that could be potentially coming up at the same time as this. We also have the moon in Taurus, moon in like sensual, groovy Taurus on one side, or like productive, let's get to work Taurus, the yin-yang aspects of Taurus. The moon with Taurus is making a few connections. The most important to me is the yod. There's a yod pointing at Taurus. So the yod is the finger of God, the finger of fate. And we have Jupiter on one end, and then we have the Sun and Saturn, which are still, they're not on completely conjunct anymore, but they're still working together in Sagittarius on the other side, helping bring this, this arrow straight pointing at that Taurus moon. Taurus moon, embracing sensuality, embracing your place in the earth, embracing it said sensual nature, but like the sensual attitude that you can bring forth as the goddess through the feminine, whether you are masculine, feminine, whatever place on the spectrum you consider yourself, wherever you are, bringing forth those energies and getting into your personal true nature and holding the worth of it. Because wherever you are, whoever you are, you have this place, you have this important part of the structure, and that's working with that Uranus energy that's trying to bring in the sacred rebel within you, the sacred feminine rebel, the sacred goddess rebel, the sacred god rebel, whatever that is for you. It's wanting to draw that out of you, and the healing is available for you. But this is going to be through feeling it. It's not going to be through thinking it. I think this is what I am. It's through feeling it and being like, yes, this is the feeling. The moon in Taurus is connecting to Pluto. So this is, an important part of the whole structure shift that we're all going through. That's happening at 16 degrees. That is a 7. So that is that energy of the flow. This is a spiritual flow energy. The moon is also connecting to Mars. That's going to be a square. I love it. I show you the square before I even say it's a square. I'm like, this is a square. And that energy that may feel a little bit like a halt in progress. It may feel a little bit like, okay, who I am is not being valued. I don't really know if I can show up in this way. Keep finding yourself and feeling deeper into yourself to move beyond that. To me, that may be some of that Palace stuff, as Mars and Palace are working together. So that may be some of the Palace, patriarchal energy that's coming to the surface. It does not need to hold you back. That's old thinking. It can help show you where you can release that resistance, call in that healing for yourself and for the world, and then shift beyond it. I want to mention that we're also building to a Saturn-Uranus trine. So this is going to be an interesting week with this Uranus energy coming forward. That Uranus energy of I am. Who are you? Who are you before the world told you who you should be? Because there's something deeper than that. So getting into that sacred energy and really feeling your way into it. If that, I could narrow it down to one thing, feel your way in deeply today, and then you'll be guided how to move. So I've got the totality card, and to me this is the card of letting go. You have to let go to swing on to your next adventure. Part of this letting go is tapping into your light, the inner light, your innocence. This is the sun card in traditional astrology. Your inner child, who you were before the world told you who you should be. There may be a call for silence for you to tap into this so that you can show up in your unique spectrum and participate in the world. So, like I said, I have the Goddess card. The Divine Feminine is present today in your current situation. If you feel a lack of the feminine energy in your life, this would be the time to find more of a balance and request her presence. This card can also represent mother healing. I can't even read this. So, perfect. And powerful relationships with women. Feminine, that yin energy, the feeling energy within. And because we're working with this rebellious energy, I pulled a Sacred Rebel card. And it's so perfect. It says, what do you feel? There are so many opinions around you. Some are helpful, others are distracting you from the truth. Although it can be helpful to hear the thoughts of others, when it comes down to it, you have to come to your own decision. Do you know how unique you are? How your path is your path to be chosen, lived, and created only by you. Someone else cannot become the source of your decision-making power without negative repercussions for both of you in the long run. Take a different approach to something. Be open to that which makes you uncomfortable but could be exciting and interesting if it feels right to you. That's the key. Even small adventures will yield big rewards right now. It matters less that you do the most wonderful thing ever, too much pressure, or more that you simply take an action from your heart, from the feels. Open up to the creative magic of life and don't worry about how it's all going to work out. The bigger creative flow of life is sorting out all the details, and you are not immune to that plan. In fact, you are a natural, cooperative part of this plan. So just spend some time with your own feelings and know that all is going to work out perfectly. So, it's working out for us as long as we start embracing our energy and move with that feminine yin flow energy that's really present with us today. So I have sales going, GaiaBlooming.com. Work with me this next year. I love the people who show up month after month. It's so fun. We get to get in deep and we really get to track how you're growing and working with the planets. That is it for today. Have a beautiful day and I'll see you tomorrow. Namaste.